This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. They have thousands of board games at discounted prices, and you can sign up for product alerts. Hello, my friends. It's the Game Boy Geek here. Thank you so much for joining us live. Today, we've got a special treat for you. Recently, we've started streaming here on the channel to try to help with the social distancing, physical distancing. Everyone's home, locked up in their homes, and we're trying to find ways to make that a little nicer, and that by playing games. And a lot of times you can't play games with people because you can't go out, and maybe you live alone, or maybe you have games that aren't great for the amount of players or family members that are there with you. So I've been trying to stream things lately, and today we've got a special guest for you. We're going to allow you to hopefully play through this internet against a master designer. So today I'm very excited to introduce my favorite actually game designer. He's best known for games like Five Tribes, all four of the Mr. Jack series, Cyclades, Raptor, Seven Wonders Duel, you name it. So I'm going to bring in all the way from France our special guest today, Mr. Bruno Cathala. Bruno, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Doing good. How are you over there in France? How are things for you in your design world? Are things differently now with everything going on?
Like everybody worldwide, we have to stay home for sure. So that means for me that it does not really change a lot of things on a professional point of view, because designing games mean working home. The main difference is that I have not to travel to meet other designers or other or publishers, or I can't go on any fair because all the game events have been cancelled in France and also worldwide. So staying home, playing, using some video like Skype, or also tabletop simulator for playing prototypes with my co-designers and so on.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's cool that you actually do work from home normally, and of course this has done a shake-up now. The audience doesn't know this, but you and I also share a similar love in the world, and that is cycling and bike riding. Have you been able to ride your bike at all through all this?
Situation is not the same in every country. Here in France, riding a bike is clearly forbidden. Don't ask me why, because it's silly. You can make jogging, you can run, but you cannot ride your bike. So for me, it's really hard. So I have to admit that sometimes I am an outlaw. So I take my mountain bike and I go directly in the forest just behind my house, and I go to 1 hour of cycling, but just staying hidden in the forest.
Well, hopefully soon you'll be able to ride your bike again. And
don't tell that to anybody.
Good. Well, today one of the big things is we're going to try to allow you to play with Bruno. So what's going to happen is I'm going to teach you how to play the game Naya from Blue Orange Games. And it's a very simple game. I'll teach you it, and I'm going to teach it as I play one game with Bruno. It takes like 5 minutes to play. And then I'm going to allow you to play. So if you have access to, if you're on a laptop, or if because we're bringing in the ability for you to play. Now, the object of this game is one player is going to be the red player, one player is going to be the black color. Now here we are trying to get 4 in a row, kind of like Connect 4. And so if you get 4 in a row, either horizontally or vertically like this, or diagonally like this, you will win. Now, there's one other way that you can win, and it goes like this. If you get 4 in a box like this, you'll also win. And that's one of the few ways that people forget, but it's one of the clever ways to win. The last way to win is if you can force your opponent to not move. So I'm going to just start out and show you how it works. And so the first player has to pick any square on the outer ring, and let's just say I pick this square. So the importance of this is I have placed on this square, and this square has maple leaves and clouds. Now what this means is that it's Bruno's turn. He's going to pick one of the remaining places that has a tile, but he's limited to picking the one that has maple leaves or clouds on it. So, for example, this one has maple leaves, A1. So does this one, C4. So does this one, D2. Clouds, D1, B3, A1. So those are all of his choices. Now, when he picks that, he's also thinking in the future, trying to think, okay, well, if he picks here, then that's going to allow me to play or force me to play on a cloud or these little pine leaves here on my turn. So you're trying to think about not where you can go now, but you're also thinking about what options are you giving to your opponent. Now, with that being said, Bruno, why don't you go ahead and do your move there?
I will choose A1.
Okay, Bruno is going to choose A1. All right, which means I have to move on to either a pine or a cloud. So let's see here. I will go. So here's a cloud here, a B3, D1, or some of these blacker sort of pine looking things. I am going to go. Let's see. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go down here. So now he has either a purple flower, iris, or a cloud.
I will choose C3.
He's choosing C3, which has that flower and a banner. So we have that there. So now I have to pick either that flower, which is I think it's called the iris in the rules, or a banner. So we have that there. So I'm looking around. So again, banners are here, here, or here, and flowers are here or here. Interesting. I think I will choose here, which is a sun or a flower. So now he has to choose one of these suns or that flower. Now again, it's tougher than it looks because he's trying to figure out 3 moves ahead probably. As Bruno was like Bruno used to be like a champion chess player, weren't you at one point?
I will choose D2.
D2. Okay, so now I have to select either a maple leaf or a sun. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm going to pick here, which is maple leaf and bird. Now, the birds are any bird. It's this bird, this is a bird, that's a bird, and that's a bird. They kind of look differently, but you can use any type there.
So B2.
B2. Uh-oh. Okay. I was going for that little that little box there. He just blocked me out, but now he's possibly going to win here. But this does allow me to go to a bird or a tree, this little cherry tree. I could go here and block his diagonal, but because if I go here, he's probably has a plan. He probably has me blocked in already. Let's see. Let's just do it and see what happens. I don't want to think too long. Let's go like that. So he can go to a sun or a cherry tree.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I will choose D3.
D3, because it has a sun, he can go to D3, Ooh, this is very tough for me because I have to go on sun or these pine, and he's threatening a victory here because if he gets these four here, he will win. Now, there's no suns left, so I only have two choices: this or this. Now, if I go here, obviously he's going to then be able to place on a red banner. He will go here and win. So I really don't have a choice here. I really have to go here. Let's see what happens. I went there, so now he has to place on a bird or pine.
So I will play A3.
A3 is this bird here, and he is going to win because I have to place on a bird or an iris, and there are none left, so he has forced it so that I cannot play. So he has won. Now, of course, Bruno wins when we're live. I got to beat him once when things went awry on our stream on Friday that ended up having to get canceled because of the YouTube technical problems. But Bruno, like normal, you beat me.
No. I'm not the best player for this game, but it's. I think that people can see that how simple it is and how deep it is.
Yes, and actually, I'm not trying to make an excuse here. You'll beat me on 9 times out of 10 anyway on my best day, but you can really sit and think and puzzle out 3, 4, 5 turns in advance, which again gives you that amazing depth, and it's really cool. So here's what we're gonna do. I want everyone out there. I've put a website down here. It is pollev.com/GameBoyGeek888. And I want you to go to that site because it's going to have a poll. It's going to have a grid, A1 through D4. And in just a few moments after I get this reset up, we're going to allow you to vote in real time. And you're going to be playing against Bruno, and I'm just going to facilitate your moves. So John just said, hey, my favorite game designer and game reviewer in one. That's awesome, John. Thank you so much in the chat. And Blue Orange Games is here, the creator of Naya. We've got Blue Orange Games right here. Thank you for being here in the chat. So go to that website, pollev.com/GameBoyGeek. Now, and as you're doing that, and as I'm getting this set up, I am going to give you this quick message.
Did you miss the Game Topper 2.0 Kickstarter? Have no fear, it's not too late to get in on the ultimate gaming accessory. Convert your table into a high-quality gaming table with a fully portable Game Topper system and take advantage of some of the best 3mm premium gaming mats in the industry. New styles, new sizes, and new accessories can be yours. Upgrade every game you play by late backing now at GameToppersLLC.com.
Okay, look at this. We are magically back. I did it in just enough time. So what's going to happen is we are going to try and get you to vote here. So I'm going to have Bruno go first. Bruno, pick one of the ones around the ring.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Okay, let him think. I will bring the.
I will choose. Yes, A1.
Okay, Bruno has chosen A1, so I'm going to place his here. So, all right. Now, once again, everyone, you can go to pollev.com/GameBoyGeek. I'm going to leave that down there for a little bit. I'm going to move this up just a little so you can see the tile that's there. Okay, so go to that website, and there's going to be picks that you can choose. It's going to be A1 through D4. Obviously, the ones that have been chosen are not legal, so just don't pick those. Now, you have to pick either one that has a tree or one that has a cloud. So let's go over this because it's your first time. Clouds are right here. There's one at D2. There's one here at C3. And there's one here at C4. Trees, we have one here at D4, one here at D1, one here at B4. So those are your legal moves. Remember, you're trying to get 4 in a row. Diagonal, vertical, or horizontal, or get 4 in any one sort of block cluster together. So we are going to bring this up. People are voting. So let's put this down here, and I'm going to bring in. Okay, so here's the poll. All right, 50% of the people say go to D4, 25% said B4, and 25% said D1. So we are going to go to D4. So the audience wants to go to D4. So we're going to go like this. All right. We have for the... Okay. So they have picked C1. So we have this. So the okay. All right. So let's see. We have Maple Leaf or Banner. So we have a banner at D1, a banner at C2, and a banner at A4. And we have a Maple Leaf at A3. Okay. So let's give them a few seconds to go to the polls. Check. Okay. They are going to A3.
Okay.
So Bruno has Maple Leafs or Bird.
Yeah. I will go to... I don't know. B2.
B2. Okay. All right. Well, he's threatening a victory here, and you can place on a bird to block him if you want to, or you pretty much, that's going to be probably a no-brainer, right? Because they're going to have to stop you there. All right. So Bruno, you have bird and tree.
A2.
A2. Oh, and he just won either way. Look at that. You had it both ways, two different ways. He won by having these two here, just like that. That was quick. That is 5 minutes, and you just destroyed us. Want to try one more?
If you want, if you the answer is okay, no problem.
Let's try one more. We'll be right.
Did you miss the Game Topper 2.0 Kickstarter? Have no fear, it's not too late to get in on the ultimate gaming accessory. Convert your table into a high-quality gaming table with a fully portable game topper system and take advantage of some of the best 3mm premium gaming mats in the industry. New styles, new sizes, and new accessories can be yours. Upgrade every game you play by late backing now at GameToppersLLC.com.
All right, we are back and set up randomly again. Bruno, why don't you go ahead and make the first move again so people can get their polls going.
Okay, you want me to start? Okay.
Yes, you can start.
Okay, I will choose B1.
B1. Okay. So, audience, you have to select from the flower or the cloud. So the flower or the cloud. Again, go into pollev.com/GameBoyGeek888, and that will give you the ability to go anywhere. Now, I'll show you we have a flower here at C4, a B4, just to make sure that everyone sees. We have A3. We have clouds at D4, C1, and A2. We got some polls coming in. Okay. All right, let's see what we've got here. All right, we're going to go with D4 there. 50% of them said D4. So we're going to have them go to D4. Thank you for that. So we have a tree or a clouds for you, Bruno.
Yeah. So I will say C1.
Bruno wants to go to C1. Oops, C1.
No. C1.
C1. There you go.
C1.
Not C3. C1.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. He has maple leaves and clouds. So let's take a look here. Maple leaves. We have D1, C2, D3. Clouds. There's only one cloud left already. Only at A2. So your choices are A2, C2, D1, or D3. Lots of things to think about here. This seems like an obvious choice, trying to block him down here. But look around, look a couple turns in advance and see what you might think, because who knows what Bruno has up his sleeve. A lot of times he'll bait you and push you somewhere. So let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Yes, they want to go to C. They want to go to D1, of course. So we will have the audience go to D1. So Bruno, that gives you maple leaves or birds. Lost the connection to the camera, but here it comes. There we go.
Okay. So I will play B2.
B as in boy.
Yes.
All right. B2.
Yeah.
Okay. So
No. Make my token.
I'm thinking of too many things at once here. All right,
Yeah.
So we get the bird and the pine. Okay, so let's look at so again, just to remind folks, he's trying to get 4 in a row, so are you, but if he gets 1 here, he will win as a block. That's one way to win, is having 4 and sort of a block there. So if he is able to go here, he wins. And so right now, we are able to place on a bird or a pine. So the pine needles, of course, are A2, A4, or D2. Now the birds are a little trickier because it's any bird. So for example, this one here, B4 is a bird, B3 is a bird. So you can go to A2, A4, B3, B4, and D2. Now thinking forward that obviously you don't want any of the tiles you select to have a banner or maple leaves on them. So give them a moment to think here. Wow. It's 100% of the people are saying D2.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay, so I will play D3.
D3?
Yeah.
All right. He's going to block. So now, audience, we have Maple Leafs and the Suns. So Suns are easy to see. It's one of these two here, C3 or C4. Maple Leafs is right here, which is great because I'm not going to tell you what to do, but that would block Bruno. I have a feeling this one's going to be a little easier to figure out. For sure. The audience says C2, everyone. All right. So we'll go back to Bruno. Pick up there. As obvious sometimes too, at least from this angle too. So you have a tree at C3, a tree at B2, and we have banners at A3 or A4. So your four choices are A3, A4, B3, or C3. Okay, so audience, we have Bruno has selected to the point where you have a tree or a banner. And so we have C3, B3, A3, or A4. All right. They have gone to B3.
Okay.
So Bruno has a tree or bird.
I will go for B4.
B4?
Yeah.
Okay, so the audience has to select from a flower, which is C4, A3, and that's it because there's no birds left. So it's either A3 or C4. Let's look here. So out of the two choices, remember, if you can force him not to play, that's one way to win. Okay. Let's see. We've got... Okay, looks like 75% said A3. So we will go ahead and go to A3.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so Bruno, you have...
I have lost.
You have lost.
Yeah. Because never mind my choice, I lose on the next round. So I will choose probably, never mind, C4.
C4. which now gives the audience a flower or a sun. And of
You have
course,
only one choice.
there's only one choice. They will go here, and Bruno
And I cannot move.
You cannot place on a sun or a tree. That was great. Awesome.
Bravo.
Yeah. What? You know what? Was that how both the games went? That someone won by not being able to move, or did we have somewhere someone actually won in one of the other ways?
Sorry.
Did we? Was there a time that we've played 3 games? I played 1, and then we played 2 against the audience. Well, did all 3 end with someone not being able to move, or did you? I think you won. You won the.
I won with a square.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And we made three games, and 2 times it was because someone was blocked, and the third time was because I did a square.
Oh yeah,
we
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have 4 in a row for this time, but it can come also.
Oh, okay. Well, this has been a lot of fun, Bruno. Do you have anything that you'd like to talk about briefly that you have coming out later this year that you can talk about?
Yes, but all what I will say could be postponed because of the situation. So I should have one game released in the next weeks, which is named Mosquito Show. So Mosquito Show is a pure 2-player game in the same series like Jurassic Snack.
Okay.
The game is in stock in France, but all the shops are closed, so the game is not really on the market. I have one sample here. Don't move. I'm back. Oh, sorry.
Mosquito Show. Oh, that's the one where like one of the moves like up and down, and the other ones move diagonal, right?
Yeah, that's it.
I've read about that.
With very nice miniatures inside, like you can see.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, and you have also a chameleon.
Oh yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah. And the game is, in my opinion, is really good. So let's see. I have also Dragomino, which will be released this year. Dragomino, it's a kid version for King Domino.
Oh yeah.
It's really dedicated to very, very young players because you have no multiplications to do. That means that they can play alone with their friends without any adults. Okay, it's really a pure game for child, so for young childs.
Yeah, Blue Orange is bringing that one out too, I think in North America, right?
Yeah. And I have also a very exciting game for me, which is named Trek 12. So Trek 12 is one more roll and write game, but with some really different things inside. And my publisher is working very hard to have this game available this summer. And yes, I'm really excited with these games, and I hope that it will have a chance on the market. Let's see.
Now, the first one you talked about, do you know who's bringing that to North America? Which publisher?
Trek 12. The French publisher for Trek 12 is Lumberjack.
Okay.
So Lumberjack is distributed in France by BlackRock, and for the export and the US, I have no idea.
Okay. So, and we don't know obviously when that might be because of all the delays.
It's the same publisher who published Gold River beginning of this year. So maybe it can give you some clues. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm working on some prototypes and so on. Yes, I have. We made also an expansion for Imaginarium.
Imaginarium.
Yes, and it should be released end of this year.
Okay. Are there any other expansions you're working on you could talk about?
No, it's enough.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, Bruno, thank you so much for coming. If people want to get a hold of you or interact with you, online, what's the best way to do that?
You can talk with me on Facebook, on Twitter, on BGG. I always answer to all the questions, and or directly by mail also. You can find my mail on my website. So if you have any question, don't hesitate, and I will always give you an answer. Sometimes it can take some time because I have also some things, other things to do, but I always answer.
Okay, what's the website?
My website is brunoCathala.com.
There you go, BrunoCathala.com.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Bruno, thank you so much for joining. This was so fun. I know this is it was almost pretty much your dinner time when we did this in France. So I want to thank you for spending your evening with us and with everyone else. And we look forward to doing this again sometime.
Thank you very much, Dan. It was a pleasure.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.